Are you familiar with the meaning of the terms air pollution and the consequence of air pollution on human life and the environment? Pollutants in the air pose a threat to both human health and the natural world, making it one of the most important concerns of our day. Air pollution consists of chemicals or particles in the air that can harm the health of humans, animals, and plants. It also damages buildings. Pollutants in the air take many forms. They can be gases, solid particles, or liquid droplets. In addition, most people assume that air pollution is a common problem, but in fact, this will bring the danger of contamination in their life. There are a variety of entry points which pollution travels into the atmosphere of our planet. People are responsible for the majority of the emissions that contribute to air pollution. This emission might come from sources such as factories, cars, aeroplanes, and aerosol cans. It also called air pollution when people smoke cigarettes around others. Anthropogenic sources are another name for the sources of pollution that are caused by human activity. There is a natural occurrence of certain types of air pollution, such as the smoke from wildfires and the ash from volcanoes. These kind of sources are referred to as natural sources. It is common for large cities in developing countries and smaller countries to have higher rates of air pollution than cities in developed nations. The World Health Organization identifies the cities of Karachi, Pakistan, New Delhi, India, Beijing, China, Lima, Peru, and Cairo, Egypt as some of the most polluted places in the world. However, many developed nations also struggle with issues related to air pollution. When exposed to air pollution, people are more likely to suffer from a wide variety of adverse health impacts. The effects can be categorized as either being short-term or long-term depending on how long they last. Illness like pneumonia and bronchitis are examples of short-term effects, which only last for a short period of time. In addition to these, symptoms such as discomfort and irritation to the nose, throat, eyes, or skin may also be present. Headache, dizziness, and nausea are three more symptoms that may result from exposure to air pollution. The unpleasant odors that can be produced by waste, factories, or sewage systems are also regarded to be forms of air pollution. These smells are not life-threatening, but they are definitely not pleasant. Air pollution can have long-term effects that can endure for years or perhaps a person's entire lifespan. They are even capable of causing a person's death in some cases. The long-term impacts of air pollution include cardiovascular illness, lung cancer, and the respiratory disease like emphysema. People's nerves, brains, kidneys, livers, and other organs can all suffer a long-term harm as a result of exposure to air pollution. There is a school of thought among certain scientists that birth abnormalities are caused by air pollution. Every year, the effects of polluted air at the outdoor or indoors are responsible for the death of about 2.5 million people around the world. Different types of air pollution cause people to react in a variety of ways. Pollution tends to have a greater impact on the immune system of younger children and older adults, which tend to be weaker. Exposure to air pollution may aggravate pre-existing conditions, including asthma, heart disease, and lung illness. The duration of exposure, as well as the total amount and variety of pollutants, are additional considerations. The effects of air pollution can be harmful to entire ecosystems, just as they are to people, animals, and plants individually. Haze is another form of visible air pollution similar to smoke, in that it makes it difficult to distinguish between different colors and shapes. Even noises might be muffled when there is a heavy pollution in the air. The particles that make up air pollution eventually fall to the ground. Air pollution has the potential to contaminate the soil directly, as well as the surface of bodies of water. This can either cause the crop to die or lower its production. It poses a threat to the life of young trees and other plants. Acid rain can be produced when airborne sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide particles combine with water and oxygen in the atmosphere. The majority of air pollution comes from power plants that burn coal and vehicles on the road. When acid rain falls to earth, it changes the composition of the soil, which in turn causes damage to plants and crops. It also reduces the quality of the water in rivers, lakes, and streams, and it can cause structures and monuments to decay. Like humans, animals can suffer health effects from exposure to air pollution. Birth defects, disease, and lower reproductive rates have all been attributed to air pollution. Particularly in less developed nations, the high rates of morbidity and mortality that are related to air pollution are particularly alarming. Air pollution is responsible for both the onset and progression of a wide variety of diseases. As a result, the prevention and management of air pollution are of critical importance to be at the very top of the priority list maintained by governments. All of the laws and regulations that are related to air pollution in the countries need to be brought up to date by the policymakers. It is necessary for a powerful environmental protection body to take the lead in coordinated efforts between the several departments that contribute to air pollution. An efficient organization for the preservation of the environment needs to have sufficient budgets for administration, research, development, monitoring, and complete control of the environment, including air pollution. Anyone is capable of reducing air pollution. Every day, millions of people make easy lifestyle adjustments to achieve this goal. Using public transport or a bicycle as opposed to carbon dioxide emitting vehicle is one strategy to reduce air pollution. Others include avoiding aerosol cans, recycling yard waste rather than burning them, and not smoking cigarettes.